Hey folks, this is Kalani. Welcome to the Hall of the Guardian. This is the Mage class hall and we're going to have a little wander around. So this is somewhere in Dalaran, I believe, and it was the meeting place, or the place used for meetings of the Council of Tirisfal and the Guardian, which is kind of interesting. Now, first things first, nice friendly reminder that this is alpha footage, everything is subject to change and this may not reflect the final product, but nice little piece of decoration there, the neon sign type map of the Broken Isles. It's kind of cool. But the main thing I love about this class hall is the architecture. This is really interesting but awesome to look at. You've got the good old red and purple fires blazing here, there and everywhere. And what kind of class hall would this be without a fantastic library and obviously a very nice roof to go with it? These shelves seem a little bit bare though. We've got a nice ladder and a few books scattered around, but nothing really all too amazing so far, except we've got the different skins here of the Fire Mage, specifically Fire Mage artifact, so that's nice and cool. That reminds me a lot of a Death Knight blade. So does that kind of, although a little more dragony. It's almost like a dragon's tail with nice green in it. Gotta have a nice lava thing to go on. That looks like molten rock, really, but gotta have it for a Fire Mage artifact, and that looks quite a bit like the standard artifact, actually, just a little bit of an upgrade, which it probably is. It's probably the master skin. So I was talking about the library. I think things went a little bit overboard in the Mage class hall because we've got a huge library both up and down, and a nice floating book in the middle, which, you know, well, I heard you like books, so we put a book in your book. Hopefully that's going to be corrected a little bit. But this is where you'll also play about with your artifact. So in the middle here, you've got this nice little fountain, almost like, and you can play about with your artifact power, all the talents and good stuff there. And then there's also a bottom level to this class hall. So that's not it. We have two balconies, one to either side. This one we'll have a quick look at because they are both the same. Just a few scrap things hanging around, a few guardians. But if you look over the balcony, you can see the lower layer where you actually have training dummies. A special training dummy, but a training dummy nonetheless. So to the side here, we've got a very nice spiral staircase, which is lit by mysterious candles. Very steep, but I love what they've done with this place. It actually reminds me a lot of Hogwarts for some reason. Can't quite place why, but in the lower level, we have quite a few interesting bits and pieces. We've got all the decor, obviously, very beautiful, but we've got some training dummies. And this is one of the first instances where we've had a different model for the training dummy. It makes perfect sense, obviously, for the Mage class hall. We've even got some more intricate designs over here. That nice background, the kind of gate between, you know, behind this greater bulwark construct, looks very pretty as well. Reminds me of quite a few other bits and pieces in Dalaran. Now here's our little options board. You know, where do we want to quest? Interestingly, this board is also used for your class hall missions, and so that's obviously the same for all the other class halls. That board is where you handle your class hall missions as it is now, as it is implemented. So we'll have a look over at the other side. As I say, everything is completely the same. It's basically a mirror, except this side is basically empty. We've got the desk over there, which doesn't have a board behind it. And then we've got the balcony on both sides, which doesn't really... I mean, either this is really high up in Dalaran, and I mean super high up, or that's not entirely finished. But this side seems very empty compared to the other side. You know, the other side has all of your training dummies. It has anything that you would even want to remotely interact with, and this side just doesn't really have anything at all except a few little nibbles on the table. So that is pretty much the Mage class hall. It's just got those two levels, obviously the library up above and then whatever you would call this down below. And now you don't have to take that steep spiral staircase. There's a staircase connecting the bottom to the main foyer, I guess, where you originally come in, and we're back at the start. So you can happily go pretty much whichever way you want. You can go upstairs and then downstairs, or you can go downstairs and then upstairs, and that's pretty much it. That's everything in the Mage class hall so far. Bear in mind this is a work in progress. So maybe we'll see a lot more when it finally releases. Overall, a very beautiful area, lots of mage aspects, and you can really expect to have a lot of fun here. But that's it for this video. If you want to see anything else from the Legion Alpha, please leave that in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. If you have any questions or queries, leave them below as well. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.